I'm Emerson.
And I'm Mom.
And this is PokéTalk.
So,
it's been a while since our last episode.
just about a week.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So we got sick. We had...
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, well...
We'll leave the
sick.
details.
We were sick. We were kind of badly sick, so...
But we're okay.
We're fine now.
We're on the mend. Thank you for all of the support in our last episode, which was really supposed to be a test, and we ended up publishing it, and we got a lot of great feedback. And I had one mom say that she was going to go download Pokemon Go because she wanted to play with her kid. And I had one of our all things Pokemon OG friends say they had fallen off the game and we're going to come back and start playing again. Cinta, shout out Cinta. And
we love you, Cinta.
We had a neighborhood boy come over and get a Pokemon lesson last night, which was super fun. So we wanted to do a little bit more structure to this episode and give you, we say lucky 7, it might be 10, it might be 7 tips and tricks for beginners. Why don't you give like one of your top tips?
So one of my top tips, which is, it's struggling for me, is sending and opening gifts. So I'm going to start
so while he's getting that set up, what he means is in the game you can become friends with people. So we are friends, and as you go through your friendship, from the moment you become friends, you can start sending gifts back and forth, or you can get in battles together, and every one of those instances will level up your friendship, basically. So you can fill in, you'll see 4 hearts, he'll show you, and it takes a while to become friends, just like in life, you know, you have like your first meeting, encounter, and then you start chatting. All right, this is tech difficulties. Okay, so he's going to be showing you basically being friends with people on Pokemon Go. And it's one of my top strategies to level up in the game by becoming best friends with people. And so that means, generally speaking, as kind of a daily habit, you are going to want to open and send gifts to your friends. Now, are you showing?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so
I have 269 friends.
That's a lot of friends.
That's a lot of friends.
And what are you supposed to be doing every day?
Going through, you can see how many people have sent me gifts. Oh, well, actually, not that many. I've opened most of them.
Well, you can only open 20 a day, so there are some limitations. But as you go through your friendship, then you level up your friendship and you get XP, which XP is the key to leveling up in the game. And that's how I became a higher level than Emerson, is because I have prioritized opening gifts and sending gifts every day. So that's one thing, is like once you make friends, then opening gifts. Now, how do you make friends, Emerson?
So you just gotta go out into the world, hang out with the community. So Campfire. There's an app called Campfire on Pokemon Go. You can see.
It's kind of a side app, so you have to install it as a separate app, and then it connects to your game, and it connects your username and everything. And then you can see. He'll pull it up. You can see.
Look at that.
Look,
so me and Dun are now great friends. So I get 10,000 XP.
Wait, hold on. So you can also see using a lucky egg, and I wouldn't do it at this situation because it's only 10,000 XP. But as you fill in those hearts, you'll see the 3rd heart gets you 50,000 XP, and the 4th heart gets you 100,000 XP. So if you pop that lucky egg, crack an egg on it, when you're leveling up,
and another person,
there you go. It doubles it. It doubles the XP. So you can climb levels like very quickly if you are strategizing and using your lucky eggs and prioritizing friendships. So he mentioned going out in the community and started talking about campfire. Do you want to pull up campfire? He's opening gifts.
Campfire, you can click that little app on the side. Look.
We'll probably...
Right here, there's an app
Yeah.
that you can click on.
And we might be graying some of this out because it's going to be some safety information for us, but it'll show you what's local to your area in terms of what's going on in raids, what's going on in meetups, all of that sort of stuff. So you can find people to become friends with. And when you go to one of these meetups, what do you look for?
So this meetup, it says Triangle Pokemon Go.
NC Triangle.
And North Carolina Triangle Pokemon Go. This is just a random one in North Carolina. So I'm just going to join meetup to show you guys. So I click join meetup.
You can even invite friends.
You can even invite friends. So when you join the meetup, you can say, I'm going there. So now it says that 9 people are going to this event. So when I go, I will see those 9 people. But I'm not going, so I'm gonna say that
We're not going.
we're not going. So,
but you can find these people. You can introduce yourself. You can become friends on the game. You can trade with them, trade Pokemon with them, and also that kind of brings us into the next one: strategy for raids.
yeah. So with raids, it's kind of, if you're just starting.
What is a raid?
Oh, so a raid is basically, let's go back to Pokemon Go.
What we're getting at is in order to be successful at these raids, they're also going to have levels. Everything in Pokemon Go has levels. And so the hard ones you can't beat by yourself. I think we mentioned in our last episode, you cannot beat them by yourself. So you need people to go and raid with. And when you go to these meetups, that's what they're doing. They're going and they're battling the raid bosses in these big raids. And so that's the strategy for winning raids. Obviously having good Pokemon, having your Pokemon revived and ready to battle. And then you will be able to you get more XP, leveling up, and you'll get really good Pokemon at a pretty low level in the game. Another tip for us, I've got my list here, is making best buddies. We talked a little bit about that, I think, in the last one, right?
Yes. Best buddies are, this is a best buddy. I have one. One. So this is Primate, 100%. It's a Hundo Primate by that community day. And I decided to make it my buddy, and it took me about 3 months to get this guy to where I needed him to be, which was here.
I have 9.
So I'm gonna go ahead and feed my buddy. Let's go.
And why are you feeding your buddy?
So when you feed your buddy, you get hearts. See, it gives me a little heart there. So I'm gonna take a snapshot, and I got a Smeargle.
Oh, I did too. We did that exact same time.
So now I'm gonna play with him. There we go. And now I'm gonna exit this. Go there. So I can catch this Smeargle.
So while he's catching the Smeargle, you can see my buddy. I'm working on being best buddies with him, but I'm not yet. You can see at the top, Shark Cadet. I'm filling in the hearts, just like the friendship has hearts. The buddies also have hearts, and so if you click on that, you can see that he has 41 more hearts to become Ultra Buddies. And when we're Ultra Buddies, he will find locations, he will find souvenirs, and then when he becomes my best buddy, there's a CP boost, And then there's a Best Buddy ribbon, which
Oh, look,
I really
I just
like.
got.
Hey.
Wait, I either just got Great Buddy or no, I just got Great Buddy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So on this screen, these are the hearts that you want to fill in, and you want to try and fill them in, as much as you can. They reset every day, and so today you can see that I've walked not very much with my buddy, but that's like with my buddy. So he has to be on the map. He has to be fed to be on the map. So you got to feed him berries and then walk with him, and then those hearts will start filling in. Give your buddy a treat. We've already talked about that. Play together. That's tickling his tummy. And battling together. You can put him in your group for a raid or for a battle, and you can get hearts that way. The snapshot. Smeagol. I'm terrible with names. Might appear. Visit a new place. So that's a Pokestop that you have not been to yet or haven't been to in a really long time. Or follow a route together, which routes are a whole other thing we won't even get into. And then for some reason I got a bonus today. I have no idea why I got a bonus today. Do you?
It might be taking like more than one screenshot.
Oh, maybe. And so then some of the Pokemon, like, you want to make them your buddy because you need them as your buddy to evolve. And so, like, this guy, the reason this guy is my buddy, it's not just because he's so super cute. It's because in order to evolve him, and you can see that the evolution is grayed out on my screen. So I have not evolved him into either one of these forms. But in order to evolve him, I have to defeat 30 psychic type Pokemons or 30 ghost type Pokemons. And then once I do that, then he will evolve into either one of these. I can only do one. And so then I have to have another Charcadet that I would make my buddy and do the same thing with in order to get the other form. So that is Best Buddies. That's a trick for that. Coins. Banking coins. We just bought coins. We do pay to play a little bit. You don't have to. This is a free game. But, I consider it a hobby and something fun that I do with my kids. So I do spend a little money on it. Not a ton. But you can earn coins that buy you things by putting your Pokemon into gyms and leaving them there for really a day.
Yeah,
it's like 8 or 10 hours or something. There's something official. I think it's 8.
Yeah, so if you go to a dinner someplace,
yeah,
and you go to dinner someplace and you want to play Pokemon, you can look at your phone and look and see that there's a gym. Well, sometimes. If there's a gym there, then what you can do is you can put your Pokemon in there. If it's not full with your same team's type. So, see, I'm blue team. My mom's also blue team. We have Renegade, which is our spare account, which is red team, so that he can still battle the blue team and we can get in.
Yeah, so that is actually on our list as another tip or trick. So friend strategy. So if you're playing with your kid, do you want to be on the same team as your kid, or do you want to be on different teams as your kid? He used to be on a different team, and then he joined the blue team, Team Mystic, with me, which I like because we battle together and we get extra points and extra XP, stuff like that, and we can take down gyms pretty quickly. But if you live like in a remote area and you don't have all that many gyms near you, you don't want to stay in gyms forever. You want your Pokemon to stay in there for like a day, then you get your 50 coins. You can only get 50 coins per day. And so if your kid is the other team, red or yellow, and you're blue, then they can knock you out of the gym, take their time in the gym, you knock them out, you take your time. So you can kind of go back and forth like that. I know a lot of people that live in remote areas, that is a strategy that works for them. I like being on the same team, so that's kind of fun for me.
Whatever tickles your fancy.
Whatever tickles your fancy. We don't have much more time. So my last tip, I don't know how many we've done, but my last tip, and something that I want all parents to think about, that we always think about with our kids, is safety. Safety first, right? What is my number one job?
To keep me safe.
We've been telling Emerson that literally his entire life. So our job is to keep him safe. And this is a very fun game. There, we all heard, like, when it came out in whatever, 2016 or whenever that was, that people were, like, literally just on their phones, not paying attention and getting hit by cars and
walking off cliffs.
So that is, obviously a huge thing. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't get hurt because you're looking at your phone. But also being aware of your surroundings in terms of, if you're going out to play Pokemon with your kid, who else is around you? I think that this is, like, generally a really safe community, but we all know that where kids go, predators go. So you do have to be very aware of who your kid is talking to, who is talking to your kid. There are many evenings where it's 8 or 9 o'clock at night and we decide to go out and go take over gyms, and we drive around for a little while. We park. What do I always do once we park? Lock the doors. Because, if you're like me and you've got a car that, like, when you put it in park, the doors unlock, remember to lock your doors. If you're sitting there with your face in your phone and somebody, in this parking lot could just come up and open the doors, obviously you don't want that. So that is a huge concern. The game itself, you're making friends with people, but there's no chat feature or anything like that within Pokemon Go. When Emerson was filming, one of the production assistants came to our hotel room one night, and they were like, I just want you to know, Emerson was on the bus and he was playing Pokemon Go, and there was a dad who he became friends with, and I just wanted you to know, like, that might not be cool with you. I really appreciated that, because that told me that they were, looking out for my son and his safety, and not becoming friends with, men that he shouldn't be becoming friends with. But there's no, I don't consider there's any harm in being friends with people that you don't know within the game. Having said that, if you are friends with people in the game and you're spinning Pokestops regularly, the same Pokestops, the ones that are in your neighborhood, you're going to the same places, any sort of routine, your gifts that you send them have a postcard, and it's going to have the location of that listed on the postcard. So you need to be aware that whoever you're sending gifts to will see those locations. Not specifically like it's exactly here, but they could find it in the game if they really needed to and wanted to. Anything else with safety? I just always, when we're in the groups too, I just always keep him, at close range. I know who he's talking to. Make sure that he knows that I'm around. Make sure other people know that mom is around.